What is up and welcome back, and today we have the SCUF pillow. Now when I first saw this product, I really thought it was a gimmick. I was just telling myself, so how is a pillow going to help you out, right? But then when I really thought about it, I was like, wait, maybe it can help me out because it's the situation where I game at. Actually, when I game, I don't have a table in front of me. I like to game on my sofa. Pretty much in this area is where I like to game. And I do have a desk where it has all my gaming stuff on it, and it just moves on out to where I want it to, and then I put it back. So that's kind of my situation, but I know other people have similar situations, and we're going to get into that in this video. So the first thing I want to talk about is this is where the pillow arrives in. It's going to be a regular box, and I do like SCUF products. I think they put effort into their designs, and they do put out quality products. So when I saw that it was from SCUF, I was like, alright, you know, there could be some possibilities there. It's just a regular box, small box. You do get an instruction booklet, nothing too fancy, just something straightforward. I mean, we're just talking about a pillow, right? And you do get a carrying bag. So I do like this small little detail, because if you like traveling and gaming as well, you can just put your pillow in here, deflate it, and you got something that carried it in. So again, it's the little details that matter many times. So this is what the pillow is going to look like. Okay, I do love the material of it. It's going to be this suede material on both sides. Okay, and on the outside you are going to have this more firmer material. Okay, you can see that on the inside as well. And I do love that it has this right here. They call this in a lot of shoes that are made for camping fly wire. So it has some fly wire on the edges. Again, it's going to be on both sides. And this helps a product or a shoe, or in this case a pillow, maintain its structure. So as you can tell, the pillow stays exactly the same. And you need that especially because you're going to be putting your weight on it. So again, I do love they added the fly wire also. It doesn't feel bad at all. It feels actually very comfortable because it does have a material over it. Okay, so that's going to be what the pillow is made out of. So the way you do set it up, real easy. Comes right here with a zipper. You just open it up. Has a valve that you just blow into. Okay, so this pillow didn't take that long to set up at all. Real straightforward. Again, we're just talking about a pillow. So let's get into the details if this is going to work for you. Because like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, maybe this pillow is not going to work for you because there's going to be a whole bunch of gamers that are not going to need it. So we talked about my situation, kind of how I like the game. So I don't have nothing in front of me, and I hold a controller, and I do tend to put it on my lap. I know I have a friend of mine that plays on his bed, and he has on a drawer his TV or his monitor. So there's about 3 feet away from him where he's got no room to put something right there to hold his arms up. He just feels very comfortable playing on his bed. Okay, and for him, when he's playing with the controller on his lap, he told me he doesn't get too tired at all. So he's a type of player where he can play like that. Okay, so somebody like that's not going to need this SCUF pillow. Also, if you have a desk, when you play on a desk, lots of people, they rest their arms on the desk. Again, if this is very comfortable for you and you feel that you don't get sore or tired at all after playing a real long time, then you're not going to need the pillow also. Now, if you have a gaming chair and it does have the armrest, again, right, and you do use them, and for you that's comfortable, that you feel that you're not holding the controller at all, like floating, because the armrests support you, then you're going to be covered also. Okay, so in those 3 types of scenarios, you're not going to need this pillow. Now, where you're going to need it is, for example, where you don't have no desk, you don't have a gaming chair that has armrest, or you like playing, like for example myself, I like playing on a sofa. For me, this feels real comfortable. I have a pillow that I just put behind me, right? And I like leaning back. Sometimes I'm gaming, I'm leaning back, right? Or maybe I sit up. So I needed something like this because I started noticing I was getting really tired. Because when you're gaming, you don't notice, but if you're lifting up your controller like this, you're holding an item for around 10 minutes, sometimes longer, 15, 20, depending on the match. Or if you're playing a game that is not match based, you could be holding the controller up for 40 minutes. And you're not noticing this because you're so into the game. So that's going to be tiring out your forearms, your arms, your shoulders, even your neck. Okay? And even your hand, because when you start getting tired, your hands start doing some of the carrying, right? Or even your shoulders. So that's why it's important to have some support. And I kind of picked up gaming kind of late in my life, so when I do play, I do get really into the game, and I tend to get really tense. So I need something like this. Sometimes it's more like this, where I'm kind of relaxed and leaning back to find where I feel comfortable. And other times it's really close to my body, and I'm like this. Maybe I have to move it up a little bit forward. You see that? The controller's being held up, and I'm not putting any effort at all into it. So that's what you want to try to find, a situation like that, because the more comfortable you are when you're gaming, I mean, you're going to have better results. So I've been trying out this gaming pillow already for about a year, and I have noticed a big difference. And there was a time where I said, hey, let me stop using it for a week, so if I do end up doing a review, I can tell everybody if it's worth it or not. So I actually only stopped for 2 days, and after I noticed on that second day, I was like, man, why am I feeling so sore if I haven't worked out? I took 2 days off from working out, and I figured it out. Okay, so I stopped using the pillow. So I mean, it does affect how you play. It all depends the type of player you are. And I also didn't want to forget to mention that if you just grab a regular pillow, right, you can have a regular chair with no armrest, or you play on your bed, or you play on a sofa like myself. And if this is real comfortable for you, okay, that you feel that this is more than enough, and you don't catch yourself lifting or doing this, okay, you don't catch yourself doing this, then this is going to be perfect for you. You're not going to need the SCUF gaming pillow. Now in my case, this does help me out, right? But this helps me out more, okay? This helps me out more because I do need this area right here for me to feel really comfortable. You see, I like playing like this where my arms kind of stick out a little bit. Alright, so those details are going to matter. So overall, for me, the type of gamer I am, this pillow is not a gimmick. It helps out a whole lot. It does provide a lot of support, and it only costs 40 USD. So I think it's a small price. It's going to cost a lot less than a gaming chair, right? So I think it's totally worth the money. And if you're not going to need it, you just can get by with a regular pillow, then you're set. Or if we talked about all the other situations, you don't need a pillow like this, okay? Just figure out what works for you. And if you do need some support, I think the SCUF gaming pillow is going to be a great choice. And it is called the EXO, I forgot to say that. So it is going to be the SCUF EXO gaming pillow. And you can see that right there on the box. So this is going to do it for this review. Hopefully you got something out of it. And if you did, don't forget to sub and like, because I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I am a really small channel, maybe around 580 right now, so every little bit does help. And with that said, I appreciate everybody, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.